Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Podcast. Today is Monday, July 8th, 2019. You ask, why am I playing this song? It's because the World Cup is over and the United States are the world champs. So there's a party in the USA. And there's going to be a party in the USA down the Canyons of Heroes. I believe the parade is Wednesday. So the big favorites, the United States, wins this tournament. They win on Sunday by a score of 2-0. And they're world champs. It was a scoreless first half. Then the second half, the U.S. gets on the board 1-0 on a penalty kick in the 61st minute by Megan Rapinoe, who's the MVP of this team. And then 8 minutes later, Rose Lavelle in the 69th minute scores to make it 2-0. Then the United States hangs on and gets the win. I got to give credit to the Netherlands goaltender who really kept this game competitive. And she made so many big saves in that game. And credit to the United States for getting the job done. And we'll see how they do in the Olympics next year. They should be big favorites in that as well after losing in 2016. And they really deserve this. And in third place, you had Sweden defeat England by a score of 2-1. Kosovare Alasani got Sweden on the board in the 11th minute of the game, 1-0. Then Sophia Jacobson in the 22nd minute puts them up 2-0. Then England gets on the board on a goal by Fran Kirby in the 31st minute to make it a 2-1 game. I thought England would win the third place game, but I was wrong. It ended up being Sweden. And then obviously United States wins the whole tournament. So first place United States, second place Netherlands, Sweden third, England fourth. What a great tournament this was, and I'm really looking forward to the Olympics. Meanwhile, the Gold Cup yesterday, Mexico defeats United States by a score of 1-0. And so Mexico wins the Gold Cup. United States really showed a lot of promise in this tournament. Mexico's lone goal was scored by Jonathan Dos Santos in the 73rd minute to put Mexico up 1-0 as Mexico wins the Gold Cup. And my big takeaway from this tournament, I thought Mexico was going to win this tournament. They're the best team, but United States really showed me something in this tournament. Good young team that's learning, gaining big game experience. I thought they had a chance because they had a home field advantage playing at Soldier Field in Chicago, but it turned out that didn't really matter as Mexico got the victory. All right, now we'll move on to Major League Baseball. The last set of games before the All-Star festivities took place yesterday. Rays over the Yankees 2-1. Tampa gets the split with the Yankees. They are 52-39 on the year. Yankees are 57-31. Charlie Morton the win. James Paxton the loss. Emilio Pagan the save. Blue Jays over the Orioles 6-1. The two worst teams in the AL East, Toronto's 34-57, Baltimore's 27-62. Trent Thornton the win, and dropping the 0-2 for the Orioles, Asher Wojciechowski. Red Sox over the Tigers 6-3. Red Sox with a much-needed win, 49-41 on the year. Detroit 28-57. David Price the win. Gregory Soto the loss. Heath Hembree the save. Phillies over the Mets 8-3. Phillies are 47-43. Mets are 40-50. Aaron Nola the win. Zach Wheeler the loss. Indians over the Reds 11-1. The Indians are 50-38. Cincinnati's 41-46. Trevor Bauer to win. Tyler Mahle the loss. Braves over the Marlins 4-3. Braves 54-37, Miami 33-55, Dallas Keuchel the win, Trevor Richards the loss, Luke Jackson the save, Marlins threatened there in the top of the ninth, and the Braves hung on. Nats over the Royals 5-2. The Nationals are playing great baseball. They are 47-42. Casey's 30-61. Sean Doolittle the win, Jake Dykman the loss. Pirates over the Brewers 6-5. Pirates 44-45. Milwaukee 47-44. Francisco Liriano the win, Junior Guerrera the loss, Felipe Vasquez the save. Astros over the Angels 11-10 in 10 innings on a walk-off single by George Springer. Ryan Presley gets the win, and Trevor Cole the loss. Angels drop to 45-46. Houston improves to 57-33. The story of this game is that there was a collision at home plate. Jake Marisnick tried to give the Astros the win, but he dove and started a violent collision at home plate, which knocked out Jonathan Lucroy out of the game. We hope that Lucroy is going to be okay. Does Jake Marisnick deserve to be suspended for this? No, but do I think he will get suspended? Yes, because he pretty much broke rules. White Sox over the Cubs 3-1. The White Sox are 42-44. Chicago 47-43. Von Nova to win. Kyle Hendricks the loss. Alex Colomb the save. Rangers over the Twins 4-1 in 11 innings. Rangers 48-42. Minnesota 56-33. Sean Kelly to win and dropping the 0-2 for the Twins. Adalberto Mejia. Giants over the Cardinals 1-0. The Giants are 41-48. St. Louis is 44-44. Jeff Samardzija to win. Jack Flaherty to loss. Will Smith gets his 23rd save of the year. Diamondbacks over the Rockies 5-3. Diamondbacks are 46-45. Colorado 44-45. Alex Young the win. Herman Marquez the loss. Greg Holland gets his 14th save of the year. By the way, Young 6 no-hit innings, and he's just showing a lot of promise. Had 3 strikeouts and a walk. Pitched well against the Giants a few weeks ago, and he pitched very well against the Rockies this time around. Padres over the Dodgers 5-3, so they take 3 out of 4 at Dodger Stadium. The Padres are 45-45. Dodgers are 16-32. Joey Lucchesi the win. Ross Stripling the loss. Kirby Yates gets his 30th save of the year. A's over the Mariners 7-4. The A's are 50-41. Seattle 39-55. Daniel Mengden the win. The losing pitcher for Seattle dropping the 0-1 Matt Caracidi. And Liam Hendricks gets his 5th save of the year. Tonight is the Home Run Derby, sponsored by T-Mobile. Big story here is that Christian Yelich dropped out of the Home Run Derby due to back stiffness. Now the question is, does he miss the All-Star game as well? And does he end up on the injured list after the All-Star break? Without further ado, here's our bracket. 1-seeded Matt Chapman against 8-seeded Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I'm taking Vlad Jr. there. On the other side, you have Alex Bregman and Jock Peterson in the 4-5 matchup. I am going to take Jock Peterson there. I just think he has more experience. Pete Alonso and Carlos Santana. I'm going to take the hometown veteran from the Indians in Santana. I love Alonso. He's a great player. He's probably going to win the National League Rookie of the Year, but there's something about being in your home ballpark with Santana. So give me Santana there. Then you have Josh Bell and Ronald Acuna Jr. That is your 3-6. So I'm going to take Josh Bell there. And then in the second round, I have Vlad Jr. and Jock Peterson. I think that Jock Peterson moves on to the final. And then Santana against Bell. I'm going to take Bell. And then in my final, I have Peterson against Josh Bell. And my pick to win it all is going to be Josh Bell. I just think he's been very impressive this year. This is his best year he's ever had. He's going to be the first baseman for the Pirates for years to come. I know the Pirates have a hot prospect, Will Craig, who they really like. He plays first base, but I think if I'm them, I'd move him for a starting pitcher because Josh Bell is the real deal, and you don't know what you have in Will Craig. So I think that Josh Bell wins this home run derby, and I think that he's somebody that is going to steal the show in this derby as well. And I won't be surprised if Guerrero or Peterson, even Alonso, obviously Santana, Acuna, I think there's a chance that any of those guys win. Chapman, I'm not so sure about because he was the last-minute addition, so I just don't see it with him, even though his father is throwing to him. The starting lineups and starting pitchers came out for the All-Star game just now. Starting for the American League is Justin Verlander, which is not a surprise. And starting for the National League is Hyun-Jin Ryu, which is a surprise to me because I thought it was going to be Max Scherzer, but now Scherzer's not in it. So it does make a lot of sense. And plus, the manager of the National League side is Dave Roberts. So maybe I'll put it this way. If you told me that Hyun-Jin Ryu was going to be the starting pitcher in the All-Star game before the season, I'd be dumbfounded, but here we are. The American League lineup. George Springer hitting leadoff, DJ LeMahieu hitting second, Mike Trout third, Carlos Santana fourth, JD Martinez fifth, Alex Bregman sixth, Gary Sanchez seventh, Michael Brantley eighth, and Jorge Polanco ninth. That's an interesting lineup. I'd flip Springer and DJ LeMahieu. LeMahieu's, to me, strictly a leadoff guy, so I don't love the idea of him hitting second behind Springer. I think Springer should be hitting third or cleanup, and Trout should be hitting second because Trout is clearly the best hitter in this lineup. So I would have gone LeMahieu, Trout, George Springer, JD Martinez, Alex Bregman, Santana, Sanchez, Brantley, Polanco. Or I would have gone LeMahieu, Trout, Bregman, Springer, Martinez, Santana, Sanchez, Brantley, Polanco. But it's whatever works for Alex Cora. It's his decision. And here's the National League lineup. Leadoff, Christian Yelich, but we'll see if he's even going to play. Javier Baez hitting second, Freddie Freeman third, cleanup is Bellinger, Nolan Arenado fifth, Josh Bell sixth, Wilson Contreras seventh, Ketel Marte eighth, and Ronald Acuna ninth. So that is the National League lineup. I would have personally had Ketel Marte hit leadoff, and then Yelich second, Freeman third, Bellinger cleanup, Arenado, then Baez, then Bell, then, oh my God, that's too loaded of a lineup. Well, I personally would have had Acuna hitting leadoff, and then I originally said Marte, but actually would have Acuna leading off, then Yelich, then Freeman, then Bellinger, then Arenado, then Baez, then Josh Bell 7, Wilson Contreras 8, and then Ketel Marte 9th. That's what I would have done in the National League. And by the way, Josh Bell is the DH in the All-Star game for the National League, which isn't a bad choice. Like I said, I could see him stealing the show this All-Star weekend because he's a breakout player in the league that, to me, isn't getting the love and attention he deserves because he's on a bad Pirates team. All right. Now we're going to talk about the Wimbledon. It's actually going on right now, the quarterfinals. We're going to go over everything that happened on Friday and Saturday and go over the finals from today. And then we will pick tomorrow's matches. So we're going to start with the round 3 results from Friday and Saturday. From the men's, So, without further ado, here we go. Milos Raonic over Riley Opelka in 3 sets. Benoit Paire over Jiri Vesely in 4 sets. Roberto Bautista Agut over Karen Khachanov in 3 sets. Guido Pella over Kevin Anderson in 3 sets. That's a pretty big upset. Daniel Goffin over Daniil Medvedev in 5 sets. That's a pretty big upset. Novak Djokovic over Hubert Hurkacz in 4 sets. Fernando Verdasco over Thomas Fabiano in 3 sets. And Ugo Humbert over Felix Auger-Aliassime in 3 sets. Saturday, Sam Querrey over John Millman in 3 sets. Kei Nishioka over Steve Johnson in 3 sets. Tennis Sandgren over Fabio Fognini in 3 sets. How about Mikhail Kukushkin? He's been unbelievable in this tournament. He knocked off Jan-Lennard Struff in 4 sets on Saturday. That's pretty impressive. You had Matteo Berrettini over Diego Schwartzman in 5 sets. That's a pretty big upset. Rafael Nadal over Joel-Wilfried Tsonga in 3 sets. Roger Federer over Lucas Pioli in 3 sets. And Joao Sosa over Dan Evans in 5 sets. That was Saturday. So far, final today in the quarterfinals. The round of 16. Quarterfinals begin Wednesday. So, round 4, which is the round of, I believe it's the round of 16. Rafael Nadal over Joao Sousa in 3 sets. Roberto Bautista Agut over Benoit Paire in 3 sets. Daniel Goffin over Fernando Verdasco in 4 sets. Sam Querrey over Tennis Sandgren in 4 sets. Novak Djokovic over Ugo Humbert in 3 sets still to go. Roger Federer against Matteo Berrettini. I think the winner of this match will be Roger Federer. All right, now we'll switch over to the women's side, go over Friday and Saturday's results, and look ahead a little bit and go over, obviously, the matches that went final today. Alina Svitolina over Maria Sakkari in 3 sets. Zhang Shuhai over Caroline Wozniacki in 2 sets. That's a pretty big upset. Diana Yastremka over Viktoria Golubic in 2 sets. Carolina Pliskova over Hsi Sui in 3 sets. Carolina Muchova over Annette Kontaviet in 2 sets. Petra Martic over Danielle Collins in 3 sets. Simona Halep over Victoria Azarenka in 2 sets. And Corey Goff over Polona Hercog in 3 sets. All right, Saturday results. Pretty big upset. Allison Risk over Belinda Bencic in 3 sets. Carla Suarez Navarro over Lauren Davis in 2 sets. Elise Mertens over Wang Qiang in 3 sets. Petra Kvitova over Majda Linette in 2 sets. Serena Williams over Julia Georges in 2 sets. A big upset, you had Barbora Strykova over Kiki Bertens in 2 sets. Ashley Barty over Harriet Dart in 2 sets. And Johanna Konta over Solane Stevens in 3 sets. All right, final from today. Alina Svitolina over Petra Martic in 2 sets. Barbora Strykova continues her dominant run. She upsets Elise Mertens in 3 sets. Zhang Shuhai over Diana Yastremka in 3 sets. A humongous upset. Allison Risk over Ashley Barty in 3 sets. Then you had another big upset. Carolina Muchova over Carolina Pliskova in 3 sets. Then Serena Williams over Carla Suarez Navarro in 2 sets. Simona Halep over Corey Goff in 2 sets. Goff had a great run. She's a rising star in tennis, only 15 years old. And Johanna Konta over Petra Kvitova in 3 sets. All right, tomorrow begins the quarterfinals for the women's. You have Elena Svitolina over Carolina Muchova. That's actually my pick. Then you have Simona Halep over Zhang Suhai. I'm going to take Simona Halep there. You have the Cinderella Allison Risk over Serena Williams. I am going to take Serena there, although I think Risk can give Williams a fight. Like, she's giving pretty much everybody a fight and pulling off upset after upset. She upset Kiki Bertens. She upset Ashley Barty. I think she can upset Serena too, but it's not going to be easy, in my opinion. Then you have Johanna Konta over another Cinderella in Barbova Strykova. I think Konta wins that match. All right. Summer League. We're going to go over some of the weekend's results and look ahead to today's games. Pistons over Croatia, 96-80. This was from Friday night. Pistons are 2-0 in the Summer League. Kyrie Thomas had 26 for the Pistons. Savai Mikhailuk had 17. Bruce Brown had 12. And then Sacic from Croatia had 17. And Babic off the bench for Croatia had 10. 76ers over the Bucks, 107-106. This was actually a fun game in the Summer League on Friday night. Philly was 1-1. Milwaukee's 1-1. Marial Shayok had 19 for Philly, and Jock Landale had 25 for the Bucks. Wolves over the Cavs, 85-75. Minnesota 2-0. Cleveland 1-1. Keita Bates-Diop had 17 for Minnesota, and Dylan Windler had 15 for Cleveland. The Heat over China, 103-62. Miami 2-0, and China 0-2. Tyler Herro had 23, and Wang Zeeland had 12. Mavs over the Nets, 96-92. Dallas 2-0. Brooklyn 1-1. Jared Allen had 19, and Antonius Cleveland had 22 for Dallas. Bulls over the Lakers, 96-76. The Bulls are 1-1. Lakers 0-2. Zach Norvell had 15. Daniel Gafford had 21. Hornets over the Warriors, 93-85. Hornets 1-1. Golden State 1-1. Dwayne Bacon had 25 for Charlotte. Jordan Poole had 15 for the Warriors. Pelicans over the Knicks, 80-74. This was shortened due to the earthquake that happened Friday night out in California. It shook up the arena. Knicks 0-1. New Orleans 1-0. Alonzo Trier had 21. Frank Jackson had 30. Magic over the Spurs, 75-59. Magic 1-1. Spurs 1-1. Eric McGree had 16. Lonnie Walker 28. And then Suns Nuggets was canceled. That was supposed to be on ESPN because of the earthquake. Saturday, Jazz over the Thunder, 78-66. The Jazz leading scorer in this game was Tony Bradley. He had 19. Hamidou Diallo had 20 for Oklahoma City. Pistons over the Trailblazers, 93-73. Leading Detroit in scoring was Savai Mikhailuk. He had 18, and Fernie Simmons had 15 for Portland. Bucks over the Hawks, 89-83. Bonzi Colson at 18 for Milwaukee, and Jordan Siebert, 22 for Atlanta. Celtics over the 76ers, 96-82. Carson Edwards had 20 for Boston. Matthias Thybulle had 15 for the Sixers. Grizzlies over the Pacers, 101-75. Bruno Caballero had 19 for Memphis, and Aaron Holiday had 24 for Indiana. Clippers over the Lakers 93-87. Mfiondu Kabengele had 21 for the Clippers, and Devontae Cooke had 17 for the Lakers. Mavs over the Rockets 113-81. Darrell Macon had 16 for Dallas, and Chris Clemens had 25 for Houston. Wizards over the Pelicans 84-79. Trayvon Blewett had 23 for New Orleans, and Troy Brown Jr. had 18 for the Wizards. Kings over China 94-77. Guo Aulin had 20 for China, and Kyle Guy had 21 for Sacramento. Warriors over the Raptors 80-71. Chris Boucher had 21 for Toronto, and Jacob Evans had 24 for the Warriors. Yesterday, Spurs over the Hornets 106-96. Leading scorer for the Spurs was Quinndary Weatherspoon. He had 19, and Miles Bridges had 23 for Charlotte. Nets over Croatia 74-58. Rodions Carusos had 15 for Brooklyn. Antonio Frankovic had 12 for Croatia. Timberwolves over the Hawks 90-66. Josh Okogie had 15 for Minnesota. Amari Spellman had 16 for Atlanta. Nuggets over the Magic 84-79. Terrence Davis had 22 for Denver, and Eric McGree had 17 for Orlando. Cavaliers over the Bulls 82-75. Michael Modler had 18 for the Bulls, and Naz Matru-Long had 21 for Cleveland. Heat over the Jazz 93-81. Kendrick Nunn had 22 for Miami, and Willie Reed had 14 for Utah. Suns over the Knicks 105-100 in overtime. James Palmer Jr. had 23 for Phoenix, and Ignas Brazdeikis had 30 for New York. By the way, R.J. Barrett's been a huge disappointment in Summer League, and I wouldn't overreact to that because it's the Summer League, not any NBA games of significance. So it's just a 2-game sample size, and I just think that he's trying too hard. And another big disappointment in the Summer League, Zion Williamson, who got injured against the Knicks on Friday night. I think he only shot 4 for 9 and was blocked a couple times at the rim. So disappointing debut for Zion as well, by my standards at least. Trailblazers over the Rockets 97-87. And Gary Trent Jr. had 31 for Portland, and Isaiah Hartenstein had 22 for Houston. Grizzlies over the Clippers 87-75. Brandon Clark had 17 for Memphis, and Mfiondu Kabengele had 19 for the Clippers. 3 o'clock ESPNU Thunder 76ers. 3:30 ESPN3 Kings Mavericks. And by the way, the ESPN3 games have been on NBA TV. 5 o'clock ESPNU Pacers Pistons. 5:30 ESPN3 Wizards Nets. 7 o'clock ESPNU Spurs Raptors. 7:30 ESPN3 Cavs Celtics. 9 o'clock ESPNU Bucks Timberwolves. 9:30 ESPN3 Pelicans Bulls. 11 o'clock ESPNU China against the Hornets. 11:30 ESPN3 Warriors Lakers. All right. Best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. We have some choices, whether it's Wimbledon for tomorrow, the Summer League. I'm fortunate about there not being baseball for best bet for a while, but that's the fact of the matter. So, Wimbledon tomorrow, we're going to go with Djokovic and Nadal. And then Konta, Civiltania, Serena, Simona Halep. That's 6. 292 odds, wagering $1, payout of $3.92. That's it for the podcast today. We'll be back tomorrow recapping Wimbledon, the MLB All-Star festivities. Well, tonight's the Home Run Derby. We'll preview the All-Star game tomorrow. We're going to go over the Summer League. Throughout the week, I'm going to have a couple guests on to talk about the free agent signings and trades in both the NBA and the NHL. Give out our halfway MLB awards and whatnot as well. And throughout this week, I'm going to do a reevaluation process with the baseball prospects for every team. And I'm going to talk about which draft prospects have a chance to crack each team's top 30 and the MLB top 100 overall list as well. We're going to start that tonight, so keep an eye out for that. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody.